and welcome to Computer Science 7 for December 7th and December 9th, 2020. So today we'll be continuing with formulas and learning about sum function in Excel. First thing you need to do is go to freetypinggame.net and complete typing test number 32 and record your score in your typing test document. So your typing test document should look very similar to the one you see here on the screen. We are in week 13 for the dates December 7th, 9th, and 11th. You're completing test number 32 and you have class this week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So a quick review of formulas. All formulas in Excel begin with an equal sign. That's a little different than you're used to. Usually we see the equal sign at the end of our equations, but when you're working in Excel, it's important to put it at the beginning because when you put that equal sign in, you're telling Excel that you're going to do something with a number. For multiplication and division, the symbols in Excel are a little bit different. So if you're going to multiply, you use the asterisk, and when you divide, you use the forward slash. For addition and subtraction, the symbols look exactly the same. It's very important to use cell reference when possible. So using cell references will ensure that your formulas are always accurate because you can change the value of any of the cells that you've referenced in your formula and you don't have to rewrite the formula. So if you write the cell addresses, so A1 plus B1, rather than the numbers that are in the cells, 500 plus 200, when you change one of those numbers, so say you had to change this 500 to a 300, the formula will automatically be recalculated. So here is some formula practice, and if you open up your Excel Activity 2 and your partner skill worksheet, you'll notice that this box looks very similar to what's at the bottom of your Excel Activity 2. So these are the equations that like we would normally write them, and then I want you to write in the center column what the formula would look like in Excel. Since we don't know what cells these numbers are in, we can't use cell reference for these, so we're just going to use the numbers. So for the first equation, number 1, again, as we said, all formulas in Excel, they begin with the equal sign. The plus sign is going to look exactly the same, and when we write the numbers in, we are not going to use the commas. So you can go ahead and complete your Excel Activity 2, the chart that's close to the bottom of the last page. And the first formula should look like this, equals 6678 plus 9,333. Number 2 is very similar, except for we're going to use the minus sign instead of the plus sign. So for number 2, the formula should look like this, equals 74,560 minus 32,456. For number 3, it wants us to multiply. So we have to remember that in Excel, the sign for multiplication is the asterisk. So the formula for number 3 will look like this, equals 42 asterisk 56. For number 4, we're going to divide, and as we said, the symbol for division is the forward slash. So your formula for number 4 should look like this, equals 645 divided by 4. Now in your worksheet, you may notice that it has another column over there for the result of the formula. Please don't write those in until we put these in Excel. We're going to let Excel do the work for us. You don't have to figure those out manually. All right, finally for the last one, these 3 numbers we're going to add up first and then divide them by 2. We know we're going to add them up first because they have parentheses around them. So following the order of operations, anything in parentheses comes first, and then we'll divide. So the way that we write that formula in Excel is just like this, equals parentheses 30 plus 46 plus 78, close parentheses, forward slash 2. Now make sure when we're entering these in Excel, which you may not have done yet, we're just writing them on the Activity 2 paper right now, there are no spaces between the numbers and the mathematical operations that you wrote there. So just to clarify, you should have your partner skill check Excel activity 2, your Word document open. This is the place where you know what to do for each step. And near the bottom of it, you have this chart. You have the equations like we normally see them, and then you've written the formula as it should be written in Excel. Once you've written those formulas in, then you are going to go to your partner skill set, your partner skill check worksheet. So in your partner skill check worksheet, first of all, you're going to go to cell A10 and you're going to type formula work and add bold. And when you get that done, it will look like this. You've done this work in an earlier class. After you've written formula work in cell A10 and you've added bold by going up here to the font group, then in cells A11 through A15, you're just going to write the numbers 1 through 5. After you've written the numbers 1 through 5, you're just going to enter each of the formulas in as we have just done together. So our first formula, as we have written, is equals 6,678 plus 9,333. When we enter that formula in there, we get a result of 16,011. You can write that answer on your activity 2, partner skill check, in the answer column. Please make sure you're using a formula and not just copying what we're doing here. So you can go on and write in formulas 2 through 5. And after you've done that, your worksheet should look like what I have on the screen. The next thing we need to do is write the word total in cell A16. Then you're going to add bold to it right here in the font group. And then right alignment. So you're going to click this on right alignment so that your word total is all the way over to the right so it lines up with the numbers. The next step is to use the sum function to add the numbers in cells B11 to B15. So I haven't taught you how to do sum function yet, so we're going to do that right now. So sum function, and this is in your notes, is a predefined formula that is in Excel. So if you were to click on this little FX button there, you'll notice that it has all of these different functions that are automatically programmed into Excel. And sum, it comes first because it's the most widely used function. You'll probably use that the most of any of them. But I want to show you how to do it without having that automatic help, because I feel like, yes, that makes it easier to use, but you really need to know how to use it. So put your active cell into B16, and then we are going to write the formula to add up the numbers in B11 to B15 using sum function. And the format is equals, and then you write the word sum. You'll notice that a bunch of different functions come up down here. Then you need to put a parentheses. And to add up those numbers, we want B11. And you see how it highlighted that? B11. And then to tell it that that's the beginning of the range, you're going to put in the colon or the 2 dots. And then you'll put in your last part of your range, which is B15. And you can see that whole range is highlighted. So those are the numbers we want to add. So then we need to close parentheses and then hit enter. Once we do that, it automatically gives us the total of all those numbers, which you should have 60,705.25. And with this active cell highlighted, B16, we'll notice we have the number when we're looking on this in the grid here. But when we look in the formula bar, we can see the formula that we put in. And your formula should be equals sum, parentheses, B11, colon, or 2 dots, B15. And you can find the colon near the enter key. It's not right next to it, but it's near it. And then you need to close parentheses and hit enter. So we've done this. The next thing we need to do is format the cells in B11 to B16 to currency with 2 decimal places. So let's go back to our worksheet, formatting the numbers in B11 to B16. So you need to highlight all those numbers to currency. As we've noted before, we're not talking about this dollar sign because if I hover over it, you can see that that's accounting format and we want currency. So use the drop down and choose currency, and it automatically gave us the 2 decimal points that we wanted. And we'll notice that the dollar signs are right next to our numbers, which that wouldn't be the case if we used the accounting. Finally, we're going to add a bottom cell border to cell B15, so it makes it look like a column of numbers that we're adding up. So to do that, we're going to put our active cell in B15, and then right up here in the font group, if you hover over this, it will say borders, and then you just use the drop down. Yours might be automatically selected already, but you just want a bottom border. So go ahead and click that. And then when you move away from there, you can see that you have a line just like you would have if you had written a column of numbers and then you wanted to indicate that you were adding it up. So when you're all finished with your partner skill check, activity 2, make sure you save this worksheet and you also save your document. So on your document, you should have this filled out, and you should also have the answers to your formula. You didn't figure those out manually. You used Excel to figure those out. And then you're done. That's all there is. So now that you've saved both of those, your worksheet and your Word document, we've completed these objectives in Excel. So we've added data, we've formatted the data, we've adjusted cell width, we've used some basic formulas, and we've also learned the sum function. Next class, hopefully I'll be teaching you the average function, and eventually we'll learn how to create a chart. So that's it for today. Hopefully you were able to complete all of that. Remember, you can always pause the video and go back as many times as you need until you get it. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I hope you have a wonderful day.